So we're back in Marcuria, the city which, if I recall, was actually under siege by the Tyrant who are working for the Vanguard, so I don't really know why we want to be here right now. Is there anyone at the German Inn?
It's deserted, and from the looks of the place, I'd say they left in a hurry, too.
Nope. It's deserted. We got something new in our journal, I guess. I'm guessing it was the Lady Alvane thing. Go to the Enclave, go to the City Green, go to Westhouse's bungalow. We can't return to the place we were just at. Maybe check out the temple first. I'm guessing if we go to the stalls. There isn't gonna be anyone left, not even the Cups guy.
It's a Cups game.
Which we can't play because there's no one to play it with. We could lift some maps, but apparently we're too good for that. So let's head into the temple.
The doors are locked and bolted. I guess the Sentinel have decided to skip town with the rest of the population.
Well, that's not good. Well, at least now we know there's nothing to do here, so let's see if our old buddy Abnaxus has anything to say to us, if he's even still here.
It's a solid oak door.
Enter, honored guest, and I would have been with you presently.
I guess Abnaxus is still around at least.
I'm glad to see you're okay, Abnaxus.
Should I not have been okay, April Ryan?
I wasn't sure. Everybody else has left town.
Yes, most everyone did. A war is coming.
Shouldn't you be leaving too, then?
I am, after I see you again.
You shouldn't be putting yourself in danger for my sake, Abnaxus.
Then, for the sake of the balance, you will find 3 stones, yes?
Oh, right. He still has the last stone.
Yeah. Just missing one now.
Here, this was the stone of the Venar entrusted to me. I was to take this to Marcuria, and there hold embassy until the Kanang La will come to take it from me.
Well, you couldn't have just given me that before. I guess that makes sense.
You had this the whole time? Why didn't you tell me before?
Since it was not making a lot of sense, it doesn't make a lot of sense to,
This on your journey will be too risky, April Ryan.
To be parading it around the world.
Now, 4 stones to make one. Now my task is done, and the veil is upon me. There is only the present and the past now. Only those 2, not the future. The veil is upon us all, April Ryan. I must leave for my people, to be with them in this time of darkness.
Thank you for your help, Abnaxus. I will miss you.
And I you, April Ryan. May the balance bless you. May the balance bless and protect us all.
Well, if you say so, Abnaxus. But yeah, that is our final interaction with him, I guess. He's leaving town now. Right after he gets ready, I guess. But what's really important is that now we have all of the pieces of the disc, I think. Well, we might be missing some of the... we only have one of the jewels. I think we need jewels from all the dragons to complete the stone, but we only have one from the blue kin right now. I see the minster room. The library keeper guy is still here too, though.
So you're still here?
Eh? Oh, it's just you. If you have come to use the library, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. We're all very busy today.
Don't worry, I didn't come by to do any reading today.
Good. With the Tyrant army approaching, we don't have much time.
Yeah, what happened to Tobias, Mr. Exposition himself?
Is Vestrum Tobias around?
Oh, goodness. You do not know? I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but Tobias, he's dead. Murdered.
Well...
No, by whom?
We don't know, but we suspect Vanguard agents, of course. In the chaos of the evacuation, the soldiers had their hands full making sure no one was trampled and that looters were promptly apprehended.
There's no one left
When we
to
visited the
apprehend
temple
me
after
as a looter
everyone
now,
had
though.
left, there were so many books and valuable artifacts we wanted to bring here for safekeeping. We found Tobias by the mules he loved so dearly. He'd been stabbed in the heart. And from the looks of it, he didn't resist much at all. He probably even knew his assailant.
Why Tobias? He was the kindest, gentlest man I've ever known. Always helpful, always ready to listen. I'll really miss him.
So will all of us. He was a great man, and a great Vestrum. And we will never see another like him. But unfortunately, there were many who disagreed with his views. And the Vanguard,
The Vanguard is the Vanguard.
they would be happy to see the end of him for good.
Another reason for doing everything we can to stop them.
Shouldn't you be leaving the city too, yeah? I thought you said this was a safe place to leave things.
Shouldn't you be leaving the city?
Leaving? No, I'm staying here with my fellow minstrum. The Enclave is our life and our home. And we're not letting the Vanguard and the Tyrant army drive us away. But we will defend ourselves.
How?
With what? Books?
That's my question.
We may look harmless, but don't judge a book by its cover. There are many of us who are skilled at magic. I can throw a pretty mean ball of fire myself.
You look like you roll negative crits half the time, guy.
And bows. And a few of us are well versed with deadly weaponry. So we won't be easily defeated, trust me.
What's the rusty wheel downstairs for, then?
What's the rusty wheel downstairs for?
The wheel? Oh, yes, the wheel. That's used for draining the water out of the pool.
Good luck.
And to you, the same.
Good luck draining the water out of the pool. Actually, before we solve this next puzzle, we might want to go outside again and go back to the map and see what old Westhouse is up to. Of course, he's still here.
I figured you'd still be here, Brian.
April Bloody Ryan. Well, what do you know? It's good to see you, girl. Now get the hell out of Marcuria before the shit hits the fan.
Is that all he's gonna say? Or he's gonna take a swig and then...
You're not leaving, are you, Mr. Westhouse?
I guess I'm not. I always was an idiot.
You're not an idiot, Mr. Westhouse. Brian, you're just fighting for something you believe in, something you care about.
I don't care a whittle about this bloody town.
I think you do. I think you care a lot, but you hate to admit it.
Yeah, well... I built this house with my own two hands, you know. First thing I ever did that I was proud of. Real proud of. I ain't about to leave it to those damn tyrant trolls waltzing in here under the pretense of defending their borders. It's the Vanguard holding their leash, be sure of that.
What are you gonna do when they get here?
I got an old gun locked up in the pantry.
Ooh.
Enough bullets to take down at least 24 of those goblins. I'm going down fighting, that's for sure.
You'll be fine, I'm sure of that. Just leave the bottle be until the victory party, okay?
Ah, don't worry about that, girl. That's my last batch of real whiskey. All I got left now is bloody Marcurian wine. And believe me, you don't want to get drunk on that.
I believe you. Just take care of yourself, Brian. Take real good care.
And you, Miss Ryan. I'll be keeping my fingers crossed for you. And if you ever come back this way...
Well,
I promise to visit you, of course. Goodbye, Brian.
so I guess our old buddy is going to take part in the defense against the Tyranian... Tyrannese, I don't even know what you would call it, siege. I don't think we're ever gonna find out what happens to him, actually, since We do see him again once in the sequel, but only before he comes to Arcadia, so not sure if they ever clarify what happens to him after this point,
It's a
but
circular hollow about 20 centimeters across and about 5 centimeters deep.
there is, in fact, this thing's on the floor.
It's a small recess about the size of my fist with a thin duct extending from the recess to the circular hollow in the middle of the floor. There are
Wonder
3
if-
others just like it, arranged with equal distance to each other in a circle, and all connected via a duct to the center of the floor.
So they're connected by a duct to this spot in the middle.
The dragon's mouth is pointing straight down at the middle of the floor.
Yep, it sure is. So I'm wondering, what are we supposed to do here? There's only a few hollows. 4 of them, to be precise. I wonder what that could mean. Maybe we have 4 of something. 4 very specific types of plot-related items. Maybe we could find a use for some of them right now. So if you put this one... Oh, well, thank goodness that the thing shines like that when it's placed over the right hollow. Also a good Night Hatter. So it's firmly in place now. What about the second one? We got the Elation Stone. That one goes in the top hollow, evidently. The Dark People's Stone would go in the bottom, of course. And finally, the Venar Stone goes in the one remaining hollow. And with that, we hear that, but nothing really happens. So what's up with this stone dragon up here?
Blocking the dragon's mouth from opening up completely.
Is that so? Well,
It looks like something's blocking the dragon's mouth from opening up completely.
do you know
It's a
what?
circular hollow about 20
Yes, I know. Do you know what that means we have to do now? I bet you do. We get help from the most plot important character in the whole game, of course.
Don't tell me. You need help with something you can't get to.
Nice to see you too. Why so cynical?
Because it seems like the only times you call me is when you need me to do something. It's never to say, "Hello, Crow, what have you been up to?" Or, "Hey, just wanted to let you know how much I love you."
Sorry. There's just so much on my mind I forget to treat my friends right.
Friend? I'm your friend. Whatever you need me to do, babe, I'm there.
Yeah, Crow seems a bit insecure, but thankfully he will help us out. So let's use him on the
Something
stone dragon
preventing that
head.
stone dragon's mouth from opening completely. Could you check it out?
That's it? Easy.
Time for this bird of ours to fly away. Oh, and then get perched on top of the dragon head.
Yeah, I see what's wrong here. When was the last time they cleaned this thing? There's there's pigeon crap all over it. Some of it's so old it's almost petrified.
Great! Peck it off.
Peck it? No, that's disgusting. Nobody told me I was gonna be pecking pigeon crap when I joined up for this adventure. Yikes!
Oh, apparently she threatened him just then. Well, are you gonna do it or what? Yep. There goes Rold. bird friend cleaning the dragon head, which finally can fulfill its purpose, which is to melt down the stones. Which of course travel along the canal type thingies and merge into the one stone perfectly cleanly there. Well, I'm glad that the minstrel was not faced by that guy, that thing just falling into the water. But since we now know that apparently a really important plot item is down there.
It's the Disc of the Balance, key to the Guardian's realm, forged in Dragon's Fire from the 4 stones I collected on my journey across Arcadia. And a pretty sweet paperweight as well.
Can we get it?
Not without taking a dive into the water, I won't.
Well then, what are you waiting for?
Ouch! It's almost boiling.
Oh, well that's a fairly good excuse at least. So
Won't
let me
budge.
see. Oh, we can try to move the wheel, but it won't budge. Maybe it's bound by magic. That would be quite a good explanation, wouldn't it? But no. Maybe it's not the explanation we're looking for, since we apparently can't use the bind magic potion on it. Maybe this guy can tell us
Yes?
why the wheel won't budge.
Do you know why the drainage wheel is stuck?
Goodness, it is. Why, yes, of course it is. We keep the sluices locked so that the pool is not drained by accident.
Could you unlock it for me?
Certainly. But why?
Because I need to drain the pool.
Goodness me, you do? Very well, I will unlock the sluices.
Well, that was easier than we were hoping, at least. Yeah, maybe it is because of the dragon fire, actually. So I guess he's not coming back. So let's do what we came here to do. Water was a bit deeper than I thought, but
It's the Disc of the Balance, the key to the Guardian's realm.
let's get the disc now. Should be perfectly fine to get it now that the pool's been drained. So now we've stumbled upon, I think, the single most important plot item in the game.
It's the complete and assembled stone disc, forged by the fire of a dragon and chilled in the cool waters of the Sentinel Enclave.
Even though they became boiling hot after the disc fell in. But we have, you know, our super important plot key now, so... So let's leave this place and figure out where we need to go next. We do have the star map that the Dark People gave us. So I wonder when we're gonna get to use that. Apparently not right now, since here come the Tyrant, they're finally here.
Oh my god, it's an army heading this way, and they've got the road blocked. Where's a shift when you need one? I'm in real trouble here. Come on, shift. I did it last time I was scared out of my mind, and I don't feel any safer now. It's not working. I'm just gonna have to hide out in the... Oh!
Well, never mind. Just needed to give it a second. But yes, that is indeed
Saved by the bell. Again.
the end of
Like the
chapter
Incredible
10.
Hulk, except my powers only work when I'm scared silly. That's the second time I've opened a shift by instinct alone when I've been in mortal danger. The frustrating thing is, I still don't know how to do it when I'm not scared. Wait, didn't the old lady say I should use what I do best to focus my talents? Is running away really what I do best? Come to think of it, why did the shift dump me here? Wasn't even thinking about the studio.
Well, I don't think it would have made much of a difference if the disc floated or not, but I'm guessing magic. But yeah, there's a couple of chapters left. There's actually a couple more after this one, because the game has 13 chapters. But the next couple of chapters are actually back to the stuff that actually takes time, so I'm going to go ahead and call it for tonight. The game, that is.